Welcome to DKM episode 20. I'm here with my friends, Danny and Marcos. How are you
I
guys
ain't your
doing
friend.
today?
I ain't your friend.
Thank you, pal.
Oh, okay,
We're all
fine.
friends here.
I'm your best friend.
Welcome back, Kenny. How's your short sabbatical leave lately?
Oh my god.
Did you learn your lesson?
Yeah, you cut the sugma.
Dude, I caught more than the sugma. I caught the ligma, the sugma, and the smegma all at the same time.
The triple whammy.
No,
Uncircumcised gang, where you at?
I,
Hell yeah! I like to call him the Sith cloak.
The
the
Sith.
Sith cloak.
I got my own Parma cheese maker at home, dude.
Oh man.
When I tell people that when I pee and it hurts, it's like, no, dude, it's my Force lightning. It's totally intentional.
Dude, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not trying to be that one guy that makes fun of you if you're circumcised or not. Like, obviously, it's not a choice that you made. But if you made a choice later in life to be circumcised, and like as an adult, because you can, I'm just like, I don't know, man. That seems kind of weird. That you,
Did you ever see those like support groups of people that go on these like forums and they talk about like how they're trying to uncircumcise themselves? And they have like all these devices and tools, and they look for like support groups and stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, some of these like people's stories that I've seen, if obviously I'm just taking their word for it, it's kind of depressing because some people have had like really botched circumcisions where there's
God,
not
yes.
enough there's not enough skin, and they did a little bit too much, and they lose all nerves and feelings down there because obviously how it's being where the penis is located, and it's constantly being moved around, that some people can't really enjoy sexual pleasure. A famous person that I know in the community that we should all know is Mewtwo Keen in the Smash
Yeah, I
Bros.
was about
Community.
to say.
Yeah,
That is so fucked, man. That
Yeah.
he gets accused of something so ridiculous, and it's because of the fucking shit show that was like the 2020 Smash debacle.
Yeah.
That like he had to like publicly announce that, and it's like,
On a
dude.
live stream.
And that fucking prick, man, who said that shit, like, so like, I'm sorry, I just turned the story a little bit. I'm just gonna take a leaf from the Smash community, motherfucker. Eat
All
a
right,
dick,
so-
you fucking asshole.
so for those in the audience who don't know,
Danny's upset.
I'm upset
yeah,
too,
'cause the
dude.
dude fucking ruined a guy's life for clout, and
No,
he's like,
no, hold up.
I'm
So for the people in the audience who doesn't know, there was a string of constant accusations, and a lot of them, a good amount of them, were credible. And that people in the professional Smash community were being accused of sexual harassment, sexual assault,
wow.
even. And
Misconduct.
it was the big pros of Melee, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Super Smash Bros. 4, and Ultimate, and Project M as well. And it was big. It was just mostly guys. There were some women as well, but obviously, it was just bad. It was bad overall. Obviously, there were some false accusations as well that I think recently Nairo, who is he publicly said that, hey, we're finally getting this issued, like this issue resolved.
he preemptively like painted himself in a bad light, but when you're kind of like in
Yeah.
a situation, it's really sucks because like when you're painted in that situation, you panic and you start like doubting yourself, and and a lot of people, when you're going against a court of public opinion, you're already kind of in a losing battle, so you'll just kind of like take the hit, and you might be like, well, if I own up to it, people might kind of be a little more understanding and gentle, or a little bit more compassionate. But eventually afterwards he's like, no, actually I could prove that this is all full of load, and I'm taking this like legally to battle. But yeah, that was a fucking shit show. I don't want to delve into the drama too much.
No,
but,
I'm not.
Well,
but
sorry. Wait.
I was gonna say about Mewtwo King. For those who don't know in the audience, Mewtwo King is a professional player of Smash. He got super popular in Melee, and then obviously he's been still a pro in the other games, and he's a real cool, nice guy. You see videos about him. He's a super chill dude. And when these accusations started coming out for the entire Smash community, someone falsely said that, hey, this person, Mewtwo King, did this to me. And obviously Mewtwo King being on the Spectrum, he needed to come out about why this is false, and he couldn't just say no, I didn't do it, because then it becomes he said, she said, all hearsay.
Yeah.
He, on a live stream, I think it was like a 20-minute or 30-minute live stream, he said, there's no way this I could.
He gave like this statement. Yeah.
He really, like, it was hard on him to admit this, and he was gonna even include it in his book that he's writing, but he eventually took it out. But he had to come out publicly, like, hey, like on our live streams, like, this is why it can't happen. This is why he's been suffering. His depression has been getting worse, for some in parts of his life, and it really did suck. But oh well, it's hopefully that person who falsely accused got to reap whatever bad fruits this person.
Yeah, I mean, well, don't worry. He'll make it. He tweeted and he was like, "Look, I'm really sorry, guys. I was really frustrated, and my memory of the events were a little bit skewed, and I was frustrated and wah. But don't worry, I'm just excluding myself from the Smash community." He's like, "Okay, cool. You potentially ruined some guy's life, and you painted this horrible picture to him, all for fucking clout. Thank you, asshole."
And honestly,
fuck you.
The Mewtwo King received so much more love after that, dude. Like, a lot more, and I'm happy about that.
But still, man, that's still like embarrassing. That's like none of anybody's business whether or not what's going on down there or anything in my personal life. Why do I have to, say to people that, hey, I physically didn't do that because I get anything from there,
right?
Because some asshole said that. That's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid.
I mean, look at the situation though. He was really like, what could he have done at that moment?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at Mewtwo King. It's not like the whole like paying off the.
He could have what?
It's not like paying off the Arvizo fam. It's not like he could have paid. It's not like the whole like '93 MJ trial or anything where it's like, oh well, if he was innocent, why did he pay off the family? It's like there's always a situation in the background that they couldn't do anything about it, And I felt like because this was just another waves of accusations, he just said, I have to make sure that I bury this as quickly as possible, and he had to say, hey, I have a problem. I can't do that.
The thing is, like, this is the only thing, like, obviously, if he took the Nairo route where he used time and, I guess, like, the legal route for it to prove his innocence, obviously, Nairo's name was tarnished for that amount of time until it was proven false, right? But right. Mewtwo King, like, he had I wouldn't call it a magic bullet, but he had the sad reality that he could just instantly make this hey, it's not true, and here's why. But here's the thing, like, Mewtwo King being, and I'm not trying to make light of this or anything, but him being on the spectrum, obviously the way he handles trauma and stress, I can only assume it's different. I don't know him personally, so he had this to set the record straight immediately, because I can only imagine his depression would get worse if he took the Nairo route and said, hey, I have to wait until this person admits maybe 10 months down the line that what he said was false. So he had to come out. And I
mean, that's the thing about like getting canceled, is that like it all boils down to how severe it is, how people could prove it, and more importantly though, how do you react towards it? Because you could go many different routes with it. Again, it all boils down to the severity of the situation. I think you guys remember that like Simpsons episode where like Homer drops off like a babysitter, and like when the babysitter was leaving the car, he saw like a piece of candy attached to her back pocket, and he was pulling out the candy out of the back pocket. Okay. And then she accused him of him being like, he sexually touched me. But like Homer's like, no, I only was getting the candy out of your butt. It's a stupid joke. But like, you see how everyone reacted towards it. You see like all these ladies. I think my favorite one was like all these girls like sitting in like this talk show and like, I don't even know Homer Simpson. I never met Homer Simpson. I never even talked to him. But every time I close my eyes, I think about him. Your tears are more realistic than any form of evidence ever could prove. And it's like, yeah, because it's the court of public opinion. Yeah. And no one and like being on the internet, like the two easiest things you could be accused of, and it's really difficult to get off of your is like either you're a racist or a child molester. That's like the easiest things you could attach to anybody. Oh, what's that? You have a kid that's on camera because he's your kid? Child molester. Oh, what's that? You might have said something of a dark joke maybe when you were like 12 on Twitter. easily a racist, but like it's like so stupid. It's like, how do you prove you're not a racist, or how do you prove you're not a child molester?
Yeah,
So
it's hard to.
it's
It's hard to
yeah.
because it's a he said she
yeah,
said
because you're
sort of
never
situation.
gonna convince someone. Once someone accuses you of that shit, it's like, well, you already have your opinion set in mind. So
Yeah.
how do I prove it to you? You know?
Right.
Okay, so on a lighter note,
Yeah.
Give it to me.
the PlayStation VR. Come on, guys. Come on.
You know,
Come on, guys. Let's make this fun.
Wait,
Let's
wait,
not
wait.
make this. Fun.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you support Sony even though they're secretly recording? Actually, there's not any secret. They publicly said that they're recording your party chat, and they're gonna send all that information to who knows where to make sure that, hey, make sure he's not spreading any propaganda about Xbox, saying Xbox is better. Come on, Kenny. Come on, man. It's the elites,
Bro,
man. They want to put you down.
Come on, man. All I'm gonna
the
do is I'm
bourgeoisie.
just gonna get on the PlayStation tweets and I'm just gonna say Xbox better. Come on.
Xbox.
Kenny, you're one of those.
Kenny, don't do it.
Oh my
No,
God,
Kenny, don't do
you're
it.
one of
Kenny, don't do it.
those.
Don't do it. They're gonna come to your house and they're gonna poop in your Xbox.
that's cringe,
They're gonna
bro.
poop in your Xbox.
No.
Now it's gonna be the poop box.
The poop box.
The poop box series.
Are
Shit.
they gonna push it into the dish tray, or are they gonna put it through the top holes? I mean, which one is it?
No, it's gonna like float up and it's gonna smell up your entire room because of all those vents.
They're gonna push it in, much like if you take a poop in the shower, you just push it down the drain because you're like, dang, I didn't want to get
Oh,
it.
what's that called?
Sorry,
Poop
Mom.
stomp,
That
what's
was
it
I just accidentally farted.
I had a
man.
stomach virus, okay? It happened once.
I thought it was gonna be a fart, and it ended up being more than a fart.
Damn, dude.
Waffle stomp. There we go.
Oh man,
That's what it was, yeah, waffle
disturbing
stomp.
Podcast.
Waffle
I
stomp.
mean,
Look at all these
Jesus.
kids. They take a shit here and they waffle stomp until the drains. God, I haven't seen Brandon Rogers in forever, and I gotta get.
Honestly, when it comes to Xbox versus PlayStation, at this point, Xbox has its exclusives only because they get the money to flex to do so, and then PlayStation has the exclusives because
They just bought all the exclusives.
basically.
How else are you supposed to get exclusives? You don't just make them.
What?
You don't do
Yeah,
that.
you could.
You buy developers, and the developers make them.
I found
Yeah,
the
but it's
Xbox
sort of like
Shield.
if. It's like if. Oh, yeah, I think we know that anyways. But it's kind of like if Nintendo came. If like it's I made a game and then Microsoft walked by and said, "Hey, that's a pretty cool game you made there.
It's mine.
I'm
now.
gonna take it now."
Oh, are you talking about EA?
It's mine
Oh, you're
now.
talking
I'm
about
gonna
EA,
slap
right?
my name on it.
Minecraft? No, we're talking about Minecraft.
You're talking about EA doing the same thing and then ruining all these beloved childhood developing studios, gaming studios that we grew up and loving.
Apparently,
What-
I heard through the
whenever
grapevine,
people say like, "What's your body count?" I'd ask EA, and EA would be like,
all of them.
"Wouldn't you like to know?"
No, but seriously,
Buy my season.
I heard through the grapevine that Microsoft might be talking to Bungie.
Wait, you heard from the grapevine? You're making wine?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are you making
Yeah.
prison wine? You're making wine in the toilet?
No, I'm putting it in a bottle and I'm hiding it under the sink so the officers don't find it. Duh.
Officers for what?
That-
Toilet wine?
You're What the fuck? What kind of prison are you talking about,
The
Kenny?
one I used to work at. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute.
I was an active participant. I was a beta tester.
A beta tester?
I went back to the devs. I told them their
No, but
game
seriously,
sucks.
like I heard.
I had no
heard
clip
that,
through the fucking cell.
I heard that Microsoft was talking to Bungie. And
Hey, Bungie,
Bungie? Just Bungie?
Yeah.
wanna come back? You wanna
Yeah.
have some sweet? You wanna have some sweet comeback sex? Let's do
Wait,
it.
but I thought that
Bring
was-
back Halo 3.
Listen. If they buy Bungie and they put them to work on Halo, I'm okay because Destiny's
Wait.
gone down the crapshoot already.
Wait. I thought they were already talking to Bungie, like with Bungie's contract ending with Activision. Wasn't that?
That ended. That they bought out their contract from Activision. Hence why they don't have the Activision banner under them anymore.
Right. That's why.
Thank
That's why
God.
I'm wondering. Like, I thought this rumor started immediately after the Activision contract was done, and it was all finished. So,
No.
am I wrong? Oh, well, maybe we're just hearing about rumors, and these are even more rumors about it. I guess I don't know, but
Everything's
all I know is-
rumor until it's proven that it is.
All I know is
I'm a
that
business insider. You guys know that.
the what?
I'm a business insider. You guys don't know that.
You're
I'm
inside
glad.
business.
I'm glad I don't know that.
You're inside business.
Yeah,
Is
because
business your
dude,
new
I know
girlfriend?
everything. Listen, my mom works at Nintendo. My dad works at Microsoft.
No way.
And I got an uncle that's balls deep into Mojang, so I know what the fuck is going on.
Quick, can you tell your uncle how do I change my campfire in Minecraft?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Please. Remember that South Park episode where all the kids got together playing Minecraft and all the adults didn't know what the heck like what the heck they're playing, and I think it was Stan who changed the Wi-Fi router to how do you ride a horse in Minecraft or something like that, and they wanted the Wi-Fi and they hired some kid to teach them, the parents, how to play Minecraft so they could be in the know, and Minecraft became basically a divider between young and old. Good thing. Wait, didn't a new update come out for Minecraft?
Talking
1.17?
about Minecraft, I don't know.
I have not touched Minecraft since like high school in 2014.
Bro,
so
I played it the
anyway.
other day. I mean, I don't know. There was an update. I just know.
It's the
play
1.17 edition. Is it out? All I know is that I've played Minecraft.
The last
so
time I
much.
saw a South Park episode, they focused entirely about a video game, was the fucking World of Warcraft episode, which is still one of my favorite ones.
Gosh, dude.
That one's a classic.
That episode was complete and utter.
How do you kill something
trash.
which has no life?
What? That
Very
episode
carefully.
was so trash that it was good. I loved it. Every little bit of it, I loved it.
The only South Park episode I remember is when they were shoving food in their ass and they decided to crap out their mouth.
Oh yeah, because they're that was a new trend, man. Come on, I want to eat my quesadilla through my butt. You get drunk faster because you pass the filter when you drink alcohol
you
through your
butt
butt,
chug.
Kenny. Come on,
It's butt chug, bros.
butt chug. Come on, you get drunk
But
faster.
chug. Golly, guys.
This has been a
One
very
bottle
fun
of beer.
episode.
This
See,
has been.
this is why.
This has been an episode. That's all I can say is. This
Hey
has
man,
been an episode.
people have been wanting this comeback tour podcast episode for 2 weeks now.
2 weeks.
We have to deliver.
Kenny, would you rather drink
We had to
a
fucking
whole
deliver.
6-pack? No, a whole 12-pack, right? Feeling bad every time you actually every bottle after the 7th bottle you're gonna start feeling bad, or you can drink one bottle out of your butt and you get that same hit of 12 bottles.
It's all about efficiency, guys.
Efficiency and time. Come on, we need it.
Time is money, and my ass is
I
thirsty.
love how we just been talking about penis and shit this entire episode already.
And controversy.
Speaking about shite, so about Xbox. What about Xbox Game Pass?
Oh yeah.
They added my girl
EA
2B's ass in the game, and
Play.
it's fine.
EA Play is officially on PC for Game Pass
Oh yeah, like the whole thing.
but through like a separate application. It's called EA Desktop. This is why it took them
Of
so long to
course.
come out with it.
Of
So
course.
now you have to have Origin in order to play some games because EA Desktop, like if you delete them, they're not going to work properly. So it's like,
Of course. Yeah.
so now you need.
Oh, I
Origin
already have Origin. So.
and EA Desktop. I was like, oh, I can delete Origin if I have EA Desktop. I have to sign into my account anyways.
Psych.
And then I go to delete it. It's like, nah, some games won't perform properly if you delete this. I'm like, you douche dicks.
Yep, this is why you need those really big hard drives now.
But on the bright side, I mean, literally every game is on there.
That's pretty good.
That's from EA Play. Like, I mean, even games I didn't even think were on EA Play are on there. Like, Sinner Sacrifice for Redemption. I want to play it. It's like a chibi style of Dark Souls.
I see they got Jade Empire.
Ooh. Really?
That was made by BioWare in 2005.
Yeah, they got some off ones. Command and Conquer Remastered Collection. Like, they got Jedi Fallen Order, which is neat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then
Still
they have.
need to
I mean, they
finish
still
that.
have some EA Play Pro stuff, which is like the $30.
Motherfucking Spore.
Spore. Jesus Christ.
Hey,
Remember that was the hype.
what?
Spore.
Oh yeah, that's right. The
I
only
don't remember that game being. I remember people making Pokemon in that game.
Yep.
The only game, Microsoft exclusive wise, that I'm actually like looking forward to, for a weird reason, is Scorn, which is coming out this year.
Really, Scorn?
Yeah, because a lot of my dreams are like that. like the way that
Okay,
it's
okay,
weird,
Marcos, are you okay?
All
Do I
right,
need
let's
to
go
take-
ahead and talk about the therapy session
man,
real quick.
it's been like this
So,
since
hey, Doc, I have dreams about H.R. Geiger shit. Do you think I'm crazy
the
or
first
what?
dream I've ever had, period, was like what anyone would typically describe as a nightmare, and it's been as a norm for me. Maybe this is why I'm so like I don't care about a lot of things.
I'm digging this H.R. Geiger shit. This looks nice.
What, Scorn?
But Scorn does
Yeah.
look cool. I definitely
I like.
I definitely like the way the game looks.
Oh, it's inspired by him. Okay, I thought he actually drew the art for it. No, I love H.R. Geiger's art. I love his stuff.
HR, what's his name? HR what?
Geiger. He does the art for like the Alien movies. He did a game once. It was called Darkseed, which is this really weird point and click MS DOS game. I would love if GOG would re-release that game. But yeah, look up H.R. Geiger's art. Like you'll notice it. Have you ever seen like
okay, yeah.
Some cool
I
shit.
remember that I wanted to buy some of his artwork and just have it as a like put it on my wall.
it's some cool shit, man.
Cause like
Hey, so
what?
you guys heard about Days Gone coming to PC, right?
No,
No.
I don't really follow too much video game stuff.
Well, that was the fucking motorcycle zombie game that kind of died immediately after it came out.
Apparently, it was a really good game.
I only hear that from like really hardcore fans of that game.
I mean, if you think
was
about
pretty
it,
forgettable.
it's like The Walking Dead meets video games, in the best
Yeah,
way.
but with like
Wait, but The Walking Dead already had its own video game.
Yeah, Instinct. Oh yeah, because that game was so good.
No, the Telltales one.
Oh
no, there's the Walking Dead VR game that was pretty good.
yeah, Saints and Sinners.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. But it's cartoony graphics. It's not like you need like a realistic zombie shooter game, kind of like how they're gonna be doing with Dying Light 2 whenever that game comes out in the next 20 years. Oh yeah, there was some publisher Payday 3. That's what it was. Payday 3.
Oh man, I spent a lot of time playing Payday 2. I used to just buy a lot of the
Apparently,
DLC.
the developers found a publisher, and
yeah.
it will be releasing in 2023. So there's
I stopped playing Payday 2 when they introduced the loot box system, and it was like really controversial, and a lot of people really hated it. And then they got rid of it. But by that point, I was already really burnt out on the game.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun with Payday 2. It was really fun.
I got it for
I've
the
yet to
Switch
try
when
the
it
VR
first
mode.
came out. It was pretty fun.
That's cool. Oh yeah, I remember it was one of those first Switch games that actually had voice chat in it and didn't use the stupid fucking
Oh
app.
my god, dude! I'm still annoyed by that decision that they made.
I never do it. If I'm
Still waiting
my
for the
Switch setup
GameCube.
is right next.
Still waiting for GameCube emulation on there.
Yeah.
What on?
Yeah.
I don't think they're
On
gonna
the
do it honestly.
Switch. I think they will.
I
don't
no,
know.
absolutely
I don't
not.
think
They're
so.
gonna re-release games. That's what they're gonna
They
do.
did the 64, and I think they realized that maybe they shouldn't do it for GameCube. Honestly, I feel like Nintendo's honestly trying to avoid the GameCube era as much as they can, even though they re-released a
because it was the worst selling system.
It's a what?
Yeah. It was the worst selling system of that generation.
yeah, and then
Because
how
of the, I mean, but it was the most loved at the same time. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I
you
guess
know
so,
what I mean?
because the
People
game
think
slapped.
fondly. Yeah, exactly, man.
But look what it was up against: the PlayStation 2.
The PlayStation
And
2
the
and the
Xbox.
original Xbox. Yeah, I
Right.
get it.
Right. So, like, look, I love Smash Bros. Melee, but I don't think Nintendo really. It's already apparent of how they treat Smash in general, but they don't care about older games. The only reason why they came out with 3D All Stars was for that moolah. You know what I mean? Yeah, obviously.
Oh, of course, but
which actually, I'm the only thing I don't like about.
Don't forget, guys, by March 31st, that 3D All-Star collection is going to be fucking dead, and it's not going to exist, and they're going to Thanos snap that bitch.
Well, physically, right?
Can you believe that?
Physically, right? Both? Digitally?
oh
and
yeah,
physically?
both.
Yeah.
But, well, they're
Yep.
gonna keep the physical ones on the shelf until they sell out. But
Well, the used copies, yeah.
no,
but
no,
I mean,
no.
like-
Even like brand new copies, they're not gonna recall them.
Oh,
back.
you think like they're gonna go to the store and be like, "All right, guys, March 31st,
Yeah.
break it the glasses at Target and Walmart,
Yep.
like take all the copies."
No,
It
they're
never
They're
happened.
gonna wait till those sell out, and then once they sell out, they're gonna phase them off.
Oh yeah, of course.
All I know is that
Which is still really stupid, by the way.
Even-
It just
Like-
means that Switches are gonna be stupid expensive when you go to sell them with All Stars on it.
well, digitally, yeah. All I know is
Yeah.
that when it comes to the speedrunning community, since there's 3 games included in the All Stars. The only one that was really affected by this 3D All Stars was 64 when it comes to speedrunning. Like all the tricks and glitches and stuff they still exist in Sunshine and Galaxy, but for 64 they obviously took away the backwards long jump because they were using a specific version of it. I forget what it was, but it obviously
it's the Rumble version they
and it fixed the infinite negative speed, negative horizontal speed issue that the backwards long jump took advantage of. So I mean, it's fine. It's still a nice game to play on the go. Mario 64, but if you want to speedrun it on the Switch, right, because you prefer, I don't know, the controller over the GameCube controller. Look at me making jokes, preferring the Switch controller, the Pro controller of the GameCube. Anyways, but if you did, you could still speedrun it. Honestly, though, I'm super glad what they did with the Super Mario Galaxy. How they implemented the motion controls and how they replaced it. It's super nice. Honestly, this is a nice version of the game.
But
I
an
am
issue
still
with Sunshine
fascinated.
is they removed analog recognition for triggers. So,
well, they had to because they didn't have them, so they had to make do with 4 triggers. But you know what I'm most interested in? I think I probably said this before, but the fact that Mario Galaxy did get a re-release in China through the NVIDIA Shield, and that's just still fascinating. Like, I want to play that.
What?
Oh, you didn't know about that?
No, I'm uncultured, dude.
Oh, okay.
I'm uncultured.
All right, so okay. Well, you know about the NVIDIA Shield, right?
Yep. Yes, puppy.
Okay. Well, the NVIDIA Shield in China did get somehow an agreement through Nintendo. Mind you, this was before the big Switch and blah 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 blah, and there was clearly some butt play with the partnership between those two companies. They said, "Hey, we're releasing the NVIDIA Shield in China." Plus, as you guys know, that Japanese products have a really hard time going to China. Usually, they have to get published by a different company. For example, I think like Samsung had to publish the Game Boy back then, so they had to call it like a completely different name just to get it into the Chinese market.
Yeah, just
and
like the 64 as well.
Yeah, the IQ player is a good example.
Okay.
But when the NVIDIA Shield dropped, they said that, hey, we're going to do a port of Mario Galaxy for the NVIDIA Shield, and it was available for Chinese markets. But it's just so fascinating is that came out of nowhere. It's like, how would they do that? See if I can find the trailer.
That's interesting,
really
actually.
Interesting.
That's very interesting.
See if I can find the trailer. But speaking about Nintendo and Smash and the competitive scene, did you guys see that Sony acquired Evo?
Oh, really? Finally?
Yep. Well, finally. Well, because they were interested in.
But I mean, by finally is I had this feeling that someone somewhere needed to take the what's this thing called? This whole money, the stream of money that Evo brings in that can make it bigger. Because a lot of these tournaments, or a lot of these places that host tournaments, obviously throughout the years they get at their starting phases when competitive tournaments tournaments and gaming were starting to come out. It was small. It was super
they
local.
ran it like your mom's basement.
Yeah, and then it became bigger.
That's why you had to pay like a tournament fee just to go, because that money was used to like for the tournament itself.
Right, but my main thing is Evo's huge, right? And it was only a matter of time for me. It was just me speculating. I was like, when will it be bought by a big corporation? Because in and of itself, it's just a small thing being funded by fans and stuff. But like, what if a corporation can get behind it? What can they turn it into? You already see what Capcom does with their fighting tournaments. They put so much love into it, into the competitive scene, and money.
They put a lot of money.
Yeah, and a lot of money, and it's awesome. It's awesome how much love it's put into it. Even the developers who created what was it? MVC. It's great. It's honestly awesome seeing that this healthy relationship between competitive players, competitive scene, and the developers is quite awesome. Something that I wish Nintendo had, but it's Nintendo. Who cares? But now since Sony's acquiring it, I wonder what they're going to do with it. Like, imagine seeing freaking Sony exclusive speedruns and their they're freaking what's it, supporting it or backing it. Obviously, that's me wanting to me being hopeful. But if they're acquiring it, that's awesome, dude. Like I can only be optimistic because I want them to succeed. Because competitive gaming, competitive scene is just it's nice. It's honestly a nice place to be in for most games, except League of Legends. Stay
Oh, now Valorant is like the new hot shit, which I've only played like
a lot of mixed opinions
handful
on
of
that,
time.
dude.
So somebody modded Breath of the Wild, made it 8K, and then introduced some ray tracing.
By 8K, did they like? What did they do exactly to make it 8K? Do you know?
Just to up-res
How much detail can I see in Urbosa's abs?
I don't know because
Or,
he's all covered. He looks like Shadow Link right now.
Oh,
He's in the Kokorok Forest with the father.
are we just
Okay.
talking about like this guy went into the code or whatever it was necessary?
I
to
think
put...
he up-res the resolution to 8K. I mean, it looks sharp, man. I'm only
how
watching
about...
in 1440p.
So obviously, when it comes to Breath of the Wild, the game is a lot brighter than a lot of the like open world games, and it doesn't have as many shadows or depth to the shadows. So it makes it look like a nice, bright, saturated game, which gives you this
Yeah.
feel of, hey, this game is like HD like. But it's not there because obviously it's not detailed. So I wonder if this 8K version of it gives you that deeper, those smoother shadows that obviously the Switch couldn't really process because, well, it's the Switch. So
Well, I mean, considering it's ray trace, yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
It looks phenomenal.
okay, damn, dude, the
Did
game.
you guys ever see the map where like it removes the cell shading?
No, it's not. They're not removing the cell shading.
No. There's a part of the game where there's like this one random bug in the game.
Oh, I see. No kidding.
Where
Okay,
the self shading just turned us off for some reason.
I got you.
but you see what I mean, right? They make everything like brighter to give you that illusion that, hey, this game is like HD. Not brighter, but they make things. They obviously focus on certain things, but they are obviously from the pictures I'm looking at, it does look quite nice. It looks very
Yeah,
nice.
it
Look, there's
looks-
a video.
Yeah, there's a whole video on it. It's really nice.
Oh, nice. Look at that. Looks real nice.
Further proving my point that the best way to play Breath of the Wild is on a PC.
Well, granted, that's any game. The best way to play is on PC.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Well, then again, I think the moment Breath of the Wild dropped, same day, someone already got it on PC.
Yeah, it was. I want to say like it took around 2 weeks to get the game for the most part fairly playable. That was like the only time I really experimented with Wii U emulation. Now, before all Nintendo fans get mad, yes, I own Breath of the Wild on the Switch. I know that. Why? I didn't. The Wii U, I didn't have one at the time, and I wasn't gonna get the game on the Wii U, so I waited until I got a Switch. Yes, I do own the game, but as a person who's fascinated with emulation, I did manage to play the game 2 weeks after it came out on the PC, and it had weird problems. I think the only bug I remember that really bothered me was that I couldn't swim. Like I would fall through the water and I would just like walk around on the ocean floor. But aside that, the game was fairly playable.
Oh, dude,
I
the
never
water
ran
looks
into a glitch
nice.
like that.
The water looks nice in this 8K thing.
It does look nice.
Honestly, I love it how there's all these like fans that want to make like, I don't know, like Super Mario 64 or Sunshine or Ocarina of Time 4K. But the thing is, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when you do make it 4K, it feels so weird to me. It was like you're putting a lot more details in the games that only put details in what was truly necessary, and now everything has details and things tend to look out of place because of it. Maybe it's just me being dumb, but
I think what you're looking for is that I don't mind enhancements as long as it keeps the original artistic direction in mind.
Basically,
That's
yeah.
why like we hate those fucking videos about like Mario 64 running on the Unreal Engine. Nintendo hired this guy kind of meme, you know? Like, yes, on a technical level, yes, the water does look more realistic,
yeah.
but it's also flatter. It's not inspired. It's very forgettable. It's very Unity based. It's very dropping fucking assets everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking
yeah.
about
Like, don't be wrong,
art
I'm not
direction. With Mario 64, obviously you're playing on this floating stage. When you look out into the distance, it's just like a shade of a specific color that doesn't really break the immersion too much of the game. But when they put it in 4K, gee, it's such an eyesore in Mario 64. The basically what the world is when you look outside when it's supposed to be a blue background. It's so simple. It's such a simple thing that looks out of place when it comes to the art direction when everything else is in 4K. It's just like give me more.
That kind of also boils down
clouds.
to like,
but
when you played the PS2 version of Resident Evil 4 versus like the GameCube version, because that game clearly was made with like the GameCube hardware in mind.
You play Minecraft
so that's why like the text
with 2 chunks on and only have fast graphics and no fancy clouds.
No fancy clouds.
When you're running that on your TI calculator,
enhanced
Or
shadows.
Oh my god!
I think more than anything,
dude, check out my FPS.
I appreciate though these fans going for 4K games, and obviously this is just me being nitpicky and an idiot about it. But honestly, it's nice to see that people still love the game. The ones that made them want to get into gaming.
Sometimes it's more like a love letter for older games when they do the remaster.
And plus, most developers start out making fan projects. I mean, look at Toby fucking Fox. Like, that guy started making Earthbound ROM hacks, and then he made fucking Undertale, and now Sans is in Smash Brothers because of his fucking Undertale.
Is on Game Pass now on Xbox.
Yeah, and it's only because it's Game Pass.
And it's
but
on
the
Xbox.
point is, and Sans is in Smash Brothers. So I mean, that's just crazy.
Wasn't that funny that Toby Fox was like, "Hey, yeah, finally on Xbox, right? Cool. Here's the trailer. Wow, Xbox. Look at all these parts." And
wow, I forgot what happened in this part of the trailer.
Right, and then like I'm pretty sure, much like PlayStation, Xbox wanted a little bit like something extra, to put into this game to send people their way to buy this specifically console exclusive, which is a small little room where you can gamble or something on the small little slot machine or whatever. I don't even know, but it's
you get a shrine.
It's optional. Nothing about the extra part in the Xbox version is necessary whatsoever. It's like extremely optional. Like it's so far off to what Toby Fox even wanted to do that he just picked a random spot in the world, made a door, made it go to this small room, and that's it. That's all the Xbox version is.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be fair though, I think he was like trying to I don't think most people who are buying Undertale on Xbox are like, oh, I just want to buy another copy of the game.
Right.
They're probably like, oh, I just want to play that game on my particular platform of choice,
Exactly.
So they don't want to make it seem like, oh, there's less or more content here. It's like, no, it's just a neat little Easter egg. That's all we want and do.
But the game,
which I like. I'm
the
fine
game
with that.
came out of the latter half of 2015, and now it's finally being
you're right.
being released on Xbox. I'm like, I mean, I guess, but
better late than never, I guess.
That's true.
But when was it out on the PlayStation? Honest, I want to find.
I think wasn't it like a year before? Didn't they have like an exclusivity deal?
No, not exclusivity. They just said, "Hey, you want to
I think didn't it come out on Switch before PlayStation?
It came out on. Well, that's wait.
I think so. I think it came out on the Switch before, more than anything.
Like first.
All I know is that the
It came out on 2017.
Yeah. So then, what about
the Switch?
Yeah. I think it was 2018. Oh, so it came out after 2018.
Yep.
And now,
I remembered it too because
it came out this year, March 16th for the Xbox. I mean, finally, I guess, right?
Right. As I said, better late than never.
All we're missing it is now on your phone.
Yeah.
Free with microtransactions.
You could, but it's through like some really awkward emulation
to progress to the next level.
Hell yeah. All I know is that I'm glad, I guess, that Toby Fox is being recognized, like this indie developer is really being recognized in such a way that like a simple as game was given out so much love by everyone. And honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I really, really, really dislike the. Oh, I didn't like this game because of the community or whatever. Like,
Oh, I hate that.
I hate
yeah.
this so much because of this.
stupid.
For this reason, Undertale, Five Nights at Freddy's. Sure, I can say that
Minecraft.
a portion of the community is cringy and they take things over the top. That's if you're actively looking for that. If you go
Yeah.
out for it and you actually give it your attention and you allow it to rule you
Right.
because it makes you angry. It's a single player game. It's not a multiplayer game. If you tell me a multiplayer
Right.
game you don't like playing this game because of the community and it's mainly multiplayer, then that I would get that.
I could get behind that. Yeah, I can understand that. If the player base is just awful, then. But I can never think of a situation because I remember I think like Alpha Omegason did a video or something where he said like, "Have you ever not played a game because the community of it was so bad?" And I'd be like, "No, because I don't rank a product based on the fan base. I review the product on its own."
The only time I can say that the fan base actually make the game even better is when it comes to the modding community.
Yeah,
And that's different. But when someone says, "Oh, like I like the game, I hate the community," which makes the game a little bit like a little bittersweet, and I'm like, "Excuse me, you went out of your way just to look up just community. I guess you want to interact with people who have played the game before, but like you're putting so much focus on the negative that you're like, why? Why does it have to ruin your experience because you put yourself in the situation to ruin your experience?" This is just my little pet peeve, I guess. Nothing to delve too much into, but all I know is that it's just like I can enjoy a game that a lot of people have like a lot of negative feelings towards, like Fallout 76, because I played it with my friends and it was a nice experience, even though people are still toxic about it, saying, "Hey, it's the worst game ever," blah blah blah. And I can understand the criticisms, but it didn't stop me from not playing it. I played it. I had a good time because
yeah.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the bugginess of it, even though there was some bugs when I was playing 76. But that's really it. It's just
I draw the line where it says like, I may not like this, but I would not hate you if you enjoy it. Like, that's fucking stupid. If you say like, I hate this game and I hate you if you like it, it's fucking stupid. Like
Well,
unless
it's just like console wars, you know, where people are
true.
just sitting there arguing back and forth about what plastic box they're playing on.
exactly, it's the fucking cringiest shit ever. Just don't do it, man.
And hence why I have a Switch and I have an Xbox and I'm wanting to get a PlayStation 5, so
what's wrong with
even
you?
though
I'm kidding.
um
All I know
no,
is
but
that
like I mean I just want the exclusives from the PS5. We're being honest. I know some of them are coming to PC, but not all of them. They
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
no, I don't know about that honestly, because obviously, as we talked about before, Xbox is really focusing on Game Pass, and it's making them money. Obviously,
know it
why
is.
the reason why they're acquiring all these companies is because not only is Game Pass making them money, but if they're acquiring, imagine Doom being an Xbox exclusive now, Xbox and PC exclusive, right? People who played Doom on, I have a good friend. He has Doom 1 and 2, Doom 2016 and Doom, what was it? Doom Eternal on
Eternal.
the PlayStation. He loves
Yeah.
it. What if the third Doom game comes out exclusively for Xbox and PC? He's not gonna buy another Xbox. He prefers getting the PS5 over the Xbox Series X or the S version,
Which is
So,
understandable.
right. So he's probably just gonna play it on his PC or his gaming laptop because he got it on sale for like 80% off. It was dumb. Like it was. Anyways, he is not gonna get that game on a system he doesn't have. So he's just gonna do it on the computer. So that's why I'm concerned about how these deals that Microsoft is doing with these companies. Like I wonder how it's going to play out for PlayStation players. Is this going to be really the generation where Xbox is really going to push down the exclusive button, not by making creative first party exclusives, but by making exclusives?
Why compete
By
the competition when you could buy them?
What happened?
Why compete the competition when you could just buy
That's
them?
what I'm saying. So I'm like,
yeah,
hey,
exactly.
I'm look, Nintendo's different though. So obviously they've had their own
They're built
shticks
different.
and they make great games, but now Xbox is really forcing themselves into the exclusivity thing by force. So I'm concerned about it, to tell you the truth. So people who only have a PlayStation, and that's only because I'm not trying to be this guy, but like let's just say like I don't know, you only managed to get a PS4 Pro this year because you want to just play video games, and the PS5 is not something you wanted to get. Then the next I don't know, the next Fallout game comes out only on Xbox, and you were looking forward to it. And you're like, well, there goes my enjoyment of Fallout games down the gutter. You know, it's something that I'm kind of iffy about, but I'm glad Microsoft is doing something. Hopefully, they can do something about Bethesda, making sure that they don't make crap games again. Who knows? But
Yeah,
all
I
this
sure
is going
hope
for
so, 'cause
I mean, they could keep making crap games and people still buy them. So I don't
yeah,
think they're
well,
really
I
gonna
mean, it's
worry
kind of
about
like
that.
Call of Duty games. You know what I mean? They'll make one every year, but people still buy them because it's Call of Duty, just like Madden games and NBA games. And,
well to play. Well, in Call of Duty's defense, they develop their games longer than EA does for their sports games.
right.
So, but
And they have like two different teams to make.
right, but look, all I know is that the PlayStation buying a PlayStation 5 for exclusive is a valid argument for buying the PlayStation. But the thing is, like right now, there's not that many exclusives to go for. You know?
Well, I mean,
Nope.
I mean, it has backwards compatibility, and the PS4
Oh, that's true.
Pro
Yeah, that's true.
boost.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about. So buying a PlayStation 5 to only play PlayStation 5 games is pretty
Yeah.
stupid.
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean.
but if you played like PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games, then there's a point to it.
Right,
which is
so-
what I want,
Yeah.
which is what I want it for. I want to play like God of War 2018, and I want to play. Like,
Oh, then
Right.
yeah.
Bloodborne,
Like
I wanna
I've
play-
always told this to people that if you are in the camp that is you never bought a PlayStation 4 and you want to get a PlayStation 5 to play the PS5 games and the PS4
Yeah.
games, then go at it. You
Yeah.
Godspeed.
You gain
have
the most out
way
of it.
more games to play. Yeah, but if you're like me and you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, now it's in the living room, and I have a PS5 right next
What a
to me,
flex.
and you're just
there
then you
is no
yeah
reason
yeah
to get
dude.
it.
Yeah, there
Other
really
than-
isn't.
other than
Unless you
Demon
really
Souls
want that
and-
Demon
and,
Souls.
like,
And if you're an idiot like me with the clown shoes on and you bought a PlayStation 5 for Demon Souls, then, call me up. I do birthday parties.
Well, now they're doing what? Deathloop and what's the other game that's coming out? Shoot.
Tokyo Ghost Rider?
No,
Ghost,
I know what you're talking. Ghost Killer, I think, is the other one. That's from Bethesda.
I don't know.
I'm looking it up. Ghost. Ghostwire Tokyo. Yeah, Ghostwire
So-
Tokyo.
Ghostwire, yeah. So you got Ghostwire, but there's also one more. There's one more game that's coming out real soon for PlayStation.
The game is set to be released on October 21st for PlayStation 5 and Windows and late 2022 for Xbox Series X. So it's a timed exclusive.
Yeah, it's because Microsoft bought out. What's this shit called? Bethesda.
Yeah.
But so
Well,
Deathloop
thankfully
comes
these
out in
games are coming to
May.
PC. Yeah.
But there was
The-
one that's coming out this month, I think.
All I know is that I'm glad that a lot more games are getting cross-platform or cross-play
too.
enabled, which is fine.
But the issue is they need to incorporate like cross progression as well.
What do you mean?
Well, I have Apex Legends for both the Switch and the Xbox Series X.
Okay.
I got to like level 16, I'm tier whatever. I have all these skins and stuff. I go.
Oh,
get
I see
get
what
on
you mean.
Xbox,
I
and
see what you
don't have
mean.
any of that stuff. I had to start over again.
Yeah, Fortnite did have that. The only issue was
cross progression.
yeah, they did have it, but back then the issue was PlayStation, where they really didn't want to do cross play progression because they were the number one gaming console out there, so they wanted to have a little bit more obviously for this, so people can be swayed to get the game in the PlayStation store, in the PlayStation. So but at least so the game progresses with the account, which is nice.
Well, doesn't Call of Duty do that too?
The way?
Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of
With the
Duty. As
Activision
long
account?
as you're signed in the Activision account, like I have it on my
Okay.
Xbox One S, and
Yeah.
I was playing it with Kenny, and all my stuff was there. And when I leveled up a gun, or when I leveled up my
And you go back,
account.
it's all there still.
yeah, it's still there. It's still there.
That's
Which
cool.
And that's something like.
But you did have a
I-
problem with that at one point,
I
Kenny.
feel
I
like
remember
that
you
should
told
be
me about that.
standardized.
I agree. But didn't you used to have a problem with that, Kenny? I remember you told me about that when you were playing the Xbox
Oh, so the
Series version.
I'm sorry to
of
interrupt.
Cold War, the
but
progression.
That last game, because I was looking for it, it's called Returnal. That's another PS5 game. It's coming out. Came out yesterday.
Returnal.
Came out yesterday.
Whoa, a 5 out of 5. It got a 5 out of 5 by GameStop. What?
Oh, this was the game with the girl that if she dies, like the game comes. It's a roguelike,
Yeah,
right?
it's a roguelike game.
Wait, what happened? I've never seen
Gotcha.
this game at all. Like,
I've seen like bits of footage of it.
what's it about?
Like she'll die, she'll come to the planet again. She'll be like, "Oh, I vaguely remember this."
So when you, the player, fails miserably and die, she'll come back, but she'll have memories about the area she's been in.
Kind of, but like it'll be slightly different. It's like she walks into the. It's kind of like Zombie U when that was a
Wait,
mechanic. Like you guys remember Zombie
PlayStation
U?
5 is getting an Oddworld
Oddworld.
game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
but it's
They
exclusive.
were hyping the shit out of it.
It's exclusive.
Oh, Oddworld. Yeah, Soulstorm. Man, I still remember playing the first Oddworld game. I didn't really care for it. Someone gave it to me as like a birthday present, and I just wasn't into it.
Right.
I was more into, I think it was called Stranger Tides.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the first person shooter. Wait, yeah, Oddworld Soulstorm. Let me see here.
So all I know is that obviously you need your exclusives to sell your consoles, but the thing is, I'm glad the Game Pass is doing what it's doing. You can get all these games at once, even when they drop.
PlayStation
First day.
doesn't have any competition on it. Yeah,
That's the thing, though.
Outriders is going to be one that comes out April 1st.
Nice April Fool's joke, Kenny.
I wish it was.
But here's the thing, though. Obviously, Microsoft is getting money. Not just you don't have to get their consoles to play Game Pass. And with Game Pass, wait, hold up. Before I even continue the sentence, Xbox buying a Xbox is a one-time purchase. But if you have a subscription to Game Pass, obviously, when it comes to how you're going to get your money, the Game Pass, you're still going to get your money because it's subscription based, and you can get it on the Xbox or on PC. And they reached out to the PC the PC audience, because they can just get their games for free. Not for free, but they have to pay the subscription, and then they get all those games if they don't have it already. So it's a smart idea, which is why when you said that I don't think PlayStation or Sony's going to put all their games on PC, I would believe that statement to be true, because PlayStation does not have a Game Pass like system where it's that successful, where they give you free games every so often, every month, like every month, but it's not Game Pass. It doesn't reach out like Game Pass. So releasing it on PC, like some other exclusives, like imagine God of War 2018 on PC, because hey, it's one of our highest selling games, and people want to play it on PC in order to mod it to see what it can do. So obviously, there's the market's there, but at the end of the day, PlayStation is forced to play a hand that they don't want to play because Xbox is already doing it, which is going PC. So, tactically, I guess that's a position that Xbox forced Sony to put it to what do you call it? Force their hand to maybe release some games on PC. But at the same time, even you said it, Kenny. You saw Xbox Series S, I think it was. Or Xbox Series consoles on the shelves still, and I'm assuming.
They weren't on the shelves. I mean, they were still available for purchase like all day yesterday.
Right,
and that was only the
you
S.
could, like,
that
pick
was
it up
only
and
the S. That was not the X. The X was sold out instantly.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's just because the console's not as popular as the X, or people don't understand that console, or what
I think
the
people
case
just
may
want
be.
the bigger one.
Yeah, because it makes.
I
More
think they
sense.
just want the disc tray.
They want the 4K. They want the 60 frames almost every single game. They want the the bigger ray tracing. They want, it's they're both quiet consoles, but the Xbox Series X has a larger.
I think it's just they want the disc tray.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
You said quiet consoles, and then got memories of the PS4 Pro going. Whee!
Yeah,
The little
well,
fans going crazy.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
the freaking jet engine.
I don't think you guys understand how it was to be a Dreamcast owner.
Hell
That was...
yeah, dude. What do you mean? My brother still has a Dreamcast, and it gets crazy loud when we did play on it.
It feels like it's like throwing back to like record scratching with your fucking CDs.
Yo,
Screams like a fucking
speaking
banshee.
about record scratches, I was recently watching Shark Tank,
Yeah.
and this one dude brought in a like a small little box that you put over your records, and it was a little mini record player that would sit on top of the record, right, on the vinyl, and it would just go over and over around playing the music on a small little speaker. But if you wanted to connect to a Bluetooth speaker, you could, and it had Bluetooth capabilities, and whatever Bluetooth speaker you had, it would play it. Here's the thing, though. On that episode, one of the sharks bought the entire company, hired the dude for 2 years, and gave him I think I don't know, some like percentage cut for every unit sold. But here's the thing, though. Once this thing got popular, people really started complaining about, hey, this little box, when you put it over your record, and it started playing, it would start scratching it because
I was about to say.
yeah, and that's the issue with one of these little mini record players, that it would start scratching.
You mean like those?
Because
You mean like those like Crosley cruisers?
yes,
Those fucking
that exactly.
Don't buy those.
That exactly.
Don't buy those. Jesus, I just don't. I did the research. I did what I did, and I'm happy I got an Audio Technica vinyl record player. Actually, I could tell you a funny story related to vinyl. So there's a musician I follow a lot. I don't know if you guys get into the whole like future funk side of music and stuff. You know, if you're
You mean
an OG
the Japanese
artsy
ones?
You know, like basically like artsy music. You know, artsy,
Yeah.
like the YouTube channel. God, I love that channel. Well, one of my favorite future funk artists, Young Bae, announced
Young Bae.
that, hey, I'm gonna do. Oh, you like Young Bae? All right, good. You're gonna love this story. So Young Bae announced that, hey, I'm gonna be
Such a funny
repressing
dude.
Skyscraper Anonymous.
He's a funny dude. I like him.
Oh, he's really cool. Yeah. He was repressing Skyscraper Anonymous, and that was like one of his like older albums. And I haven't heard that album in particular.
Okay.
The last album I listened to was his last album, Bay 5, which fucking slaps.
Okay.
And he was like hyping up that like, hey, look, I'm gonna do a surprise repress on Friday. Keep an eye out for it. Blah 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 blah. All right, cool. So, you know, I've been keeping an eye on that tweet for like weeks. Like, I've just been like, okay, he said on this day at this time, I'm going to make sure I get on his website and make sure I'm on that fucking shit, right? And so he announces it. They're like, hey guys, just so you know, remember today the thing goes live. And yesterday, well, 2 days ago, like the day before he was going to do the drop, he said, hey, no, I checked his website and I saw that Babe 5, his last album, was suddenly in stock. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta order this. So I placed the order in like with the quickest, and immediately it sold out.
Oh.
And I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is awesome. I'm gonna get my album of choice on vinyl. And then literally 10 minutes later I get a text saying that, oh, by the way, your order got canceled because we don't have enough inventory.
Honestly,
And
that,
I was
that bothers
so
me, dude. That
I was so fucking mad, but whatever. So I was like, all right, well, whatever. That's fine. I still have tomorrow to look forward to get the fucking Skyscraper Anonymous. And so I'm right before to go to work. I'm on my bed. I'm checking my phone. Like, all right, 9 o'clock hits. Refresh the page. I see Skyscraper Anonymous. Order it. Checked it out. Secured the bag. Awesome. I got that on vinyl. But then I go back to the store page, and guess what? Babe 5 was in stock again, and I ordered that too. And then I secured the bag, so I got 2 albums now on vinyl.
Since you've brought this up, and we were just previously talking about current generation consoles. When people tried ordering, or they already bought the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, and things were ready to go, but then the wherever they bought it said, "Hey, nah, we're canceling your thing because you're stupid
your order
and
got
smelly."
canceled.
And also we're out of stock. But like that was kind of scummy, but oh well. Consumerism at its finest, I guess, but that's
pretty much.
it's whatever. That's why I don't like writing the hype when it's new and fresh. When it comes to these new consoles and stuff, I always wait.
Yeah, it's generally the rule of thumb. But yeah, I just thought that Young Bae's story was pretty funny. I'm happy that I got both albums now, so I'm just gotta look forward to it.
Dude, I can respect vinyls, but you have to put so much care into them. You can't use those little mini.
But that's
players
what I like
because
about
they
them.
really damage your stuff, and it's like.
Oh yeah, well I mean if you get like a decent one, like an Audio Technica or like anything that isn't a fucking suitcase, then you'll be fine with it. I could go into depth and like why I collect records or why I collect vinyl, but you know I think we could wrap pretty soon now. But yeah, I think I could leave it at that. I just thought that was a pretty interesting story. I'll let you guys know whenever I get the album how it sounds, and but yeah, that's pretty much it. So you guys have anything else to say before we go?
Yeah, just one small thing. I just really think that the only thing that would make me really go back to like any console, like regardless of how much the like the console cost, is if they come out with co-op single player online. Because holy crap, I'm still a fan of that. Like co-op, like campaign, like.
Okay,
I'm a fan of that. I'm a really fan of that. Dude. Like,
co-op
and it makes
single
the game
player.
harder. Like
Army of Two, Kane and Lynch.
Yes, Army of Two, dude. Oh my god, I miss it. I
also wanted to play that. I never played
I wish
it.
you see it more, but obviously,
fucking Resident Evil 5
campaign. But obviously, that's just a dream.
Right. Anything else you want to say, Kenny?
Don't catch stigma, smegma, and ligma all at the same time.
Digma, what the heck?
What is digma? I've never heard of digma.
How about you, ligma?
He just made it right now. That's a very special OnlyFans tier. I think we could go ahead and wrap with that with Toes. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of DKM. Sorry, this episode was very sporadic. We're just really excited that all three of us are back together. Now, don't worry. Eventually, we'll all separate, and then later we have to do like separate projects and shit like that. But then they will make the comeback tour episode. 4 weeks from now, so definitely we're hyping the shit out of this. Thank you so much for following and listening to us. We greatly appreciate it. You guys can always follow us on Twitter. You guys can watch us on YouTube, listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Anchor. I think we could go ahead and say thank you so much for listening. Take care and have a good one and stay safe.